Crikey, look at this place! The African savannah is a massive, wide open space stretching out as far as the eye can see. The sun is blazing hot today, beating down on the golden grasses that sway gently in the warm breeze. This incredible landscape is dotted with acacia trees, those flat-topped beauties that give a bit of shade to the critters below. It's a world teeming with life, a grand stage where the drama of survival unfolds every single day. You can hear the buzz of insects, the distant calls of birds, and the rustle of things moving through the tall grass. What a magnificent, wild part of our planet. This place is home to some of the most spectacular animals you'll ever see. We've got the towering giraffes, munching on leaves high up in the trees, and herds of zebras with their flashy black and white stripes creating a dazzling sight. Elephants, the gentle giants, roam in family groups, their big ears flapping to keep cool. And let's not forget the smaller fellas, warthogs, meerkats, and a whole bunch of beautiful birds all call this savannah home. It's a delicate balance, a beautiful system where every single animal, big or small, plays a crucial part in the circle of life. It's absolutely fascinating, but with all this beauty comes real danger. This isn't just a peaceful playground, it's a place of constant vigilance. Survival here means you have to be tough, you have to be smart, and you have to be aware of what's happening around you every second of the day. The grazers, like the antelope and wildebeest, are always on the lookout, their ears twitching and their eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of trouble. They know that a shadow in the grass or a strange sound on the wind could mean a predator is near. Life here is a non-stop adventure full of challenges and triumphs, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's raw, it's real, and it's completely untamed. Every creature has developed amazing skills to help it survive. Some have camouflage to blend in, others have incredible speed to run away, and some have sheer brain power to outwit their opponents. It's a high-stakes game of hide and seek, and today we're going to see one of the cleverest players in action. We're about to witness a true battle of wits between two of the savannah's most iconic residents. Let's get right into it. Let's meet our hero. Over there, see that magnificent creature? That's an impala, a type of antelope, and what a beauty she is. We'll call her Zola. Look at her graceful, slender legs, built for incredible speed and agility. Her coat is a lovely reddish-brown, perfect for blending in with the dry grasses of the savannah. Her big, dark eyes are always watching, and her ears are like swiveling satellite dishes, catching every little sound. Zola is part of a herd, peacefully grazing on the sweet grasses. She's not just a pretty face. This little Sheila is alert and incredibly intelligent, always ready for action. Now hold your breath, look over there, low in the grass. That, my friends, is the king of the savannah, a big male lion. We'll call him Leo. Look at the sheer power in those shoulders and that massive head framed by a glorious dark mane. He's a top predator, an apex hunter, built for strength and ambush. Right now he's got one thing on his mind, lunch. His belly is rumbling and his golden eyes are locked onto the herd of impalas. He's the definition of a hunting machine, patient and deadly, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Leo has a plan, a classic lion strategy. He's using the tall grass and the rocky outcrops as cover, moving with incredible stealth. He keeps his body low to the ground, his paws making barely a sound on the dusty earth. His movements are slow and deliberate, a ripple of muscle under his tawny fur. He's trying to get as close as possible without being seen or heard. He knows the impalas are fast, so a surprise attack is his best bet. He needs to close the distance before the chase even begins. What a clever, cunning predator. But Zola and her herd aren't just standing around waiting to become a meal. They have their own defense system. While some graze, others keep watch, their heads held high. This is teamwork at its finest. They know that lions are masters of the sneak attack. They're listening for the snap of a twig, watching for any unusual movement in the grass and sniffing the air for the scent of a predator. Zola, in particular, has a sixth sense for danger. She feels a change in the air, a stillness that tells her something is not right. The stage is set for a classic savannah showdown. The tension is building, you can feel it in the air. Leo the lion is now just a stone's throw away from the herd. He's picked his target, a younger impala, at the edge of the group. But Zola has noticed something. It wasn't a sound or a sight, but a feeling. The birds in the nearby acacia tree have suddenly gone silent. That's a massive red flag in the bush. She lifts her head, her nostrils flaring as she samples the air. Her ears pivot, zeroing in on a patch of grass that seems just a little too still. She knows a predator is near. Her whole body tenses up, ready to explode into action. Leo thinks his cover is perfect. He gathers his powerful hind legs beneath him, preparing to launch his attack. He can almost taste his victory. His tail gives a slight involuntary twitch, a tiny giveaway of his pent-up energy. But that tiny movement is all Zola needs. Her sharp eyes catch the flicker of black at the end of his tail against the yellow grass. Busted. The game is up. Zola lets out a loud, sharp snort. It's an alarm call, a signal to the entire herd. Danger! Danger! Lion! It's an amazing sound that cuts through the peaceful afternoon. Instantly, the entire herd reacts. Heads shoot up, and in a split second, chaos erupts. But it's not mindless panic. Zola is a leader. Instead of just running in a straight line, she has a brilliant idea. She knows the lion is fast, but she also knows he's big and heavy. He's not as nimble as she is. She needs to use the terrain to her advantage. She glances towards a rocky, uneven area nearby, a place with lots of obstacles. That's her escape route. She's not just running away, she's running smart. What a clever girl. Leo is furious. His element of surprise is gone. He has no choice but to charge. With a mighty roar that shakes the ground, he bursts from his cover, a blur of muscle and teeth. The herd scatters in all directions, a tactic called stotting, where they leap high into the air. This confuses the predator and shows off their fitness, but Zola doesn't just scatter. She leads the chase, deliberately heading for the tricky, rocky ground she spotted earlier. She's luring the big fella into her trap. This is going to be a true test of speed versus smarts. The chase is on! Leo is thundering after Zola, his massive paws eating up the ground. He is incredibly fast over short distances, a true powerhouse. But Zola is a marvel of agility. She's not just running, she's dancing. She zigs and zags, changing direction in a heartbeat. This erratic movement makes it incredibly difficult for the heavier lion to follow and predict her path. She uses every ounce of her energy, her powerful leg muscles propelling her forward in a series of breathtaking leaps. She is using her natural abilities to their absolute fullest. What a little champion. As they reach the rocky terrain, Zola's plan comes into full swing. The ground is uneven, littered with boulders and thorny bushes. This is where her smaller size and nimbleness become a huge advantage. She effortlessly leaps over rocks and weaves through tight spaces where the big lion can't easily follow. Leo is forced to slow down, his powerful strides broken by the obstacles. He stumbles on a loose rock, letting out a frustrated grunt. He's losing ground, and Zola is widening the gap with every clever move she makes. She's running him ragged. The turning point comes when Zola approaches a small, steep ravine. It's too wide for her to jump in one go. For a second, it looks like she's trapped, but she's got one last trick up her sleeve. She uses her momentum to leap onto a large boulder on the side of the ravine, and from there she makes a second, spectacular jump to the other side. It's a stunning display of acrobatic skill. Leo arrives at the edge, panting heavily. He's too big and tired to attempt such a risky maneuver. He can only stand there and watch as his lunch disappears. Safe on the other side, Zola stops and looks back. She gives one last snort, almost as if to say, "Not today, mate." She has done it. She outsmarted and outmaneuvered the king of the savannah. Leo, defeated and hungry, lets out a low roar of frustration before turning back into the tall grass to find an easier meal. Zola rejoins her herd, her heart still pounding but safe and sound. She proved that in the wild it's not always the strongest who wins. Sometimes a quick mind and a clever plan are the most powerful weapons of all. What a legend.